to this masterclass on matrices. So as you all are aware, this is part of the JEE Advanced series called as Aspire, which is happening every day at 9 p.m. You have lectures on physics, chemistry and math taken by the best of teachers for you. Okay, so guys, without wasting much time, let us directly get into today's session. But before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Shimon Joseph, as you all can see over here. I am a BTech and MTech graduate from IIT Madras, and I have been teaching for almost 6 years now, mentoring over 5,000 students. When I was like you guys a few years back, I too took the JEE mains and I was one of the state toppers. And I'm a KVPS scholar as well. So that is a quick intro about myself. With that, let us go to the first question that I have for you today. Have a look at it, guys. So here we have a matrix A which is having x, y, z belonging to natural numbers. It has elements x, y, z which belong to natural numbers. They are giving a condition. What is the condition given here? We have adjoint of A, the whole determinant is equal to some value. Now they are asking how many such matrices can exist. Now this is a very good question because it combines two chapters very effectively. And guys, let me tell you something, in JEE Advanced you don't get easy questions directly from matrices or directly from a single chapter. Usually there is a mix of concepts, and that is what I am trying to address over here. So if you want to try out this question, I would suggest you to please pause your video right here and then try it out. Maybe later you can check out the solution. Is that fine? Perfect. So let us move forward to the solution of this question. I'll try to solve it for you guys from scratch, addressing most of the basic concepts which is required for this. Okay guys, so let us get started. The first thing which I want all of you to know is what do you mean by adjoint. You should have a clear idea about what is adjoint and the properties associated with adjoint. Okay guys, so I'm sure you must have seen this expression, that determinant of adjoint of A is nothing but determinant of A raised to the power n minus 1 whole square. Are you guys aware of this? Have you seen this somewhere in textbooks or maybe exams? This is quite frequent in the JEE mains stage as well. Now we are going to go one step higher and look at a different property. So suppose you have something like this, determinant of adjoint and so on till A. Okay? Let's say you have R times adjoint. Then that determinant value is going to be equal to determinant of A to the power n minus 1 whole to the power R. This is something which you need to know to solve this question. Okay? So if you did not know this before, please take it down guys. It is super useful to solve questions, especially of this kind. Okay? Perfect. Now I am going to erase this. So please copy it down. I am going to use this property to first decipher this information. So when I am given an information, I want to separate it out and take what is important for me. And that is exactly what I am going to do now. Okay? So let me erase all of this. Perfect. So we will continue our solution. Now can I say this is nothing but determinant of A raised to the power n minus 1, and how many adjoints we have? We have 4 adjoints, right? So let me write it as 4 adjoint is equal to 4 to the power 8 into 5 to the power 16. Now we have got something concrete. I am happy because I can predict I am going to get something very useful out of this. Okay guys? So let us try to understand what is n over here. The n in this formula refers to the order of the matrix A. So as you can see, we have determinant defined, right? So determinants are defined only for square matrices. Okay? And do we have a square matrix here? Yes. We have a square matrix A which is 3 cross 3. So my n is going to be 3. And what is n minus 1 then? N minus 1 is going to be 2. So let us try to write that down as well. So determinant of A raised to the power 16 will be 4 to the power 8 into 5 to the power 16. So what is determinant of A? Any idea? Can you guys quickly comment it down or type it in the chat? Yes? So please do that. So the determinant of A value comes out to be 10. Please verify it guys. Check if I am right. Quickly. So determinant of A, once I get it is equal to 10, I have something concrete. Now, this part of the question is exhausted. I took whatever best I can from this. Now, I move back to the first part, wherein I have my matrix A. So from the matrix A, I can try to get the determinant of A. And once I get determinant, that will give me an idea of how many such matrices exist. Because that is the only link between these two. Okay? So let us try to look at the determinant of A. I'm sorry. Yep, determinant of the A matrix. So this is going to be how much? Any idea? So let me write the matrix first. You have, okay, I can directly write this, that's better. So it is going to be x into 4 minus 3 minus y into 2 minus 3 minus z into 1 minus 2, which will come out to be x plus y plus z. Guys, this is super amazing. You will understand it why in a moment. Okay? Please go through it and let me know if you have understood it or not. Okay? Determinant of A, I just opened it with respect to the first row. When I open it with respect to the first row, I get x into 4 minus 3 minus y into 2 minus 3 minus z into 1 minus 2. That gives me x plus y plus z. Okay? Now, this determinant value must be equal to the determinant value over here, which I have obtained from the information given. Because only then I can find out how many such matrices exist. Okay? So that information I am going to take it separately. The rest I am going to erase it off. So what do we have here? Now the matrix part of the question is done. We are moving on to permutation and combination. We will try to see the link between these two chapters in this question. Okay? So let me erase it off well. I think you... Okay, perfect. So now what do I have? X plus y plus z equal to 10. So there are two ways to solve this question. We have x plus y plus z equal to 10, where each x, y and z is belonging to the set of natural numbers. Okay? So there is a direct formula to find the number of positive integral solutions of x plus y plus z equal to 10. And what is that? That is going to be n minus 1c r minus 1, if you are aware of it. Okay, so that n over here is 10 and r is nothing but 3. Okay, so what do we have? It is going to be 10 minus 1 c, 3 minus 1, which is 9c2. And what is the answer, guys? 9c2 is nothing but 36. 9c2 can be calculated as 9 factorial divided by 2 factorial, 7 factorial, which is 36. Is that fine? So how does this part come? This part comes from something called as the beggar and coin method, or the ball and stick method, or stars and bars method. Okay? So guys, if you are not aware of it, please do check it out from any standard textbook. Maybe Vinay Kumar or any article on ball and stick method. Very crucial for IIT, super useful in permutation and combination. Okay? But here we see an application of that. That is the beauty of this question. I hope all of you have got it. Let us go back and mark the correct answer. So I am going to erase this now. If you haven't copied it down, please pause it and write it down, guys. So let me go back and show you the answer for this question. So what is the answer for this question? It is going to be option B. So option B is the right answer. That gives you the number of such matrices A which look like this and obeys this condition. Okay? Done? So let us move to the second question that I have for you. Another interesting question. Please have a look, guys. Okay. So here you have matrix A which is given like this and matrix B which is given like this. Then they are asking you to find the value of the determinant of this. Now, at first it might look very scary because it's such a huge expression. You have to find all of that out and then add it all up and then take the determinant value, which will take forever, guys. And obviously that is not the way to do it. So there are certain observations which you can make. So whenever you have a question like this, which is quite frequent, and you can trust me on that, this kind of question is quite frequent, wherein you are given a matrix A and you are asked something of A to the power something. Got it? So when you have questions of that sort, always try to go A to the power 2 or A to the power 3. Those two steps must be obtained. Only then you can find the pattern, guys. Just with A, you cannot predict anything. So many times what I see students doing is, they will look at the matrix A alone and try to figure something out from it. So that approach may work at times, but majority of the times you have to do A square or A cube in order to find the pattern, and once you get the pattern, it will be super simple. And that is what we will be doing in this question as well, and you will see how easy this can be done. Okay, so again guys, if you want to solve it, please do pause it now, because I will show you the solution in a few seconds. Okay, so let us move forward. So this is the solution for this question. I think I will come to the side so that all of you can have a look at it. So this is what I meant. Whenever a question is given like this, try to at least go A square or A cube and then see what is happening. So here in this question, the beauty is, when you do A square, I think you have A square over here. When you do that, what do you get as the result? Can anyone tell? So when you do A square, you get the same matrix A. So now many of you might ask, sir, this takes time in exam, sir. Here you have already done it and you have kept it. So it is very simple. But guys, this can be done in less than 30 seconds. It won't take much time to multiply a 3 cross 3 matrix, right? So this observation is crucial to solve the question. Imagine what you'll have to do if you don't observe this. Okay? So this observation is the first and the most crucial step, because this reduces the difficulty or the complexity by a large margin, which I'm sure all of you must have got it by now. Okay, so A square will be equal to A, and what is B square equal to? B square is equal to I, guys. That is also very tricky part in this question. So now that we have this condition with us, let us go back and try to solve this question. Okay, so what are such matrices called as? Can you all comment it down or type it in the chat? What are such matrices called as? A square equal to A, what is such a matrix called as? And what is B square equal to I, and what is such a matrix called as? Okay, so if B square equal to I, B is going to be its own inverse. Okay, and if A square is equal to A, such matrices are called as idempotent matrices. Okay guys, so let us solve this question now. Yep. So I will first list down the condition which I have obtained. A square equal to A and B square equal to I. So if B square equal to I, this reduces to A plus A square plus A cube plus A power 4 all the way up to A power 100. Do you guys agree with me? Do you guys agree with me on this? You can have a look at it. What I did was, I removed all the B squares or B raised to the power even powers. Why? Because B raised to any even power is going to be equal to I, which I got from the previous slide. Do you guys remember the result? B square was equal to I, right? So B to the power any even power is going to be equal to I. So B square, B power 4, B power 6, B power 8 and all the way up to B power 100 will be equal to I. Okay, and you multiply I with anything, you get the same matrix. That's why I have written A square, A power 4, A power 6, A power 8 and A power 100. Is that clear? So now I have simplified my question. I am slightly happy, but still there's a long way to go. Let us do that as well. Now A square is equal to A. Isn't that right? So this A square can be written as, I'm sorry, I think. Okay, let's write it down. This is A square and this is plus. So this A square is going to be A. Now, what is A cube? A cube can be written as A into A square. And A square we just saw, it is nothing but equal to A. So it is going to be A into A, which is A square, and A square is again equal to A. So this is also equal to A. Similarly, this is also equal to A. Everything will be equal to A. You guys can check it out. All the values which are given here, all the terms, they are all going to be equal to A. So how many A's do I have? I have 100 terms, right? So these 100 terms are nothing but they are going to reduce to 100 A's. That's it. So this is going to be equal to 100A. But that is not the question, guys. Go back and read the question. What is given here? Find the value of the determinant. So I need to find the determinant value of this. And what is A? A is a 3 cross 3 matrix again. Okay, so it is going to be 100 to the power 3 determinant of A. And guys, if you find the determinant of A, you will be even more surprised at how easy this question is. And how easy this question is. Can you guys comment it down quickly again? Chat. Please let me know what is the determinant value of A. Quickly. So let us have a look. So I have my A over here. Probably I'll write it down over there because there seems to be some space. So I hope you guys can see. So determinant of A is going to be equal to 2 into minus 9 plus 8 and then plus 2 into 3 minus 4 minus of 4 into 2 minus 3. So what do you have here? You have minus 2 and plus 4, which is going to be 0. Okay, so I hope all of you can see that. So that shows the determinant value of A is going to be 0 in this question. Done? So once the determinant value of A is 0, the question is done because 100 cube into determinant of A is nothing but 0. And do we have a 0 in the answer? Do we have a 0 in the answer? Yep, option C is going to be 0 and that will be my right answer for this question. I hope all you guys have understood it. If you have any doubt, please leave it in the comments. I will try to answer them. Okay guys? So if you have any queries or doubts, definitely do put them in the comments. I will go through them and I will reply to your queries. Okay? Good. Let us move forward. I will erase it and yep. Now this is the next question which I have for you. Why this question and what is the speciality about this? So guys, here I wanted to discuss a few things. First, let us read the question. A and B are two non-singular matrices, non-singular square matrices such that B is not an identity matrix. And what is given to me? We have AB square is equal to BA. And then they are saying if A cube is equal to B inverse A cube B power n, then what is the value of n? Okay, that is the question. Now, whenever we come to an exam like JEE Advanced, I want all of you to be very serious about reading the question right. Each and every term is going to matter, guys. So here, non-singular is very, very important because unless it is non-singular, you cannot apply this inverse. Okay, it's here. So whenever it is non-singular, only then you can apply B inverse. Otherwise, it is not possible because whenever a matrix is singular, that means its determinant value is 0. And whenever a determinant value is 0, inverse is not going to be present. Because what is A inverse? It is nothing but adjoint of A by det of A. So det of A has to be finite. Is that clear, guys? So let us try to solve this question. Again, as I always say, please pause it. And I would prefer you guys to pause it and try it out on your own. Then see the solution. Because if you see the solution directly, it might look very easy, guys. It might look very easy. That is always the case, right? So I remember back when I was preparing, few questions which are hard, when the teacher solves it, it appears very simple. But when we go back home and try it on our own, we may not even get the answer again, even though we saw the solution. Isn't that right? So please pause the video, try it, struggle, and then come back to see the solution. Okay? Perfect. Let's go back to the solution of this question. Yup. What do we have? The first thing is, I want to start with this because that is the first piece of information which is given to me. Okay? This information is not an information given. They are asking you to find the value of n. Okay? So from the information given, I will move towards the asked information. Okay? So let me start off with that. What I do is I pre-multiply by B inverse. Okay, and why do I pre-multiply by B inverse? You can ask that question. Because guys, observe what is here. In the asked question, they have said A cube is equal to B inverse A cube B power n. So now I have something like that. I'm happy. So that is the first intuition or the first thought that I get as soon as I see this question. Is that clear? So once we are done with that, we can write this as A. Okay, so I can write it as B inverse AB square is equal to A. Now I am even happier because it's very similar. I have A over here, I have A cube. So I have A cube over here. So I think, okay, I am going in the right direction. I will get the answer. Okay, perfect. So let us go forward. Now you might think, sir, A is there. So if I change A cube, here also A cube will be there. Wrong. That is absolutely wrong. How can you change A cube like that? You cannot simply change A to A cube, and here also you can't change simply A to A cube. That is wrong, guys. So if you put n equal to 2, you will end up getting minus 2. Okay. So please don't do that. Don't go very fast. Try to be slow. Let us have a look at it. So what I do here is, I will multiply A over here. I will post multiply by A. So you have to go stepwise, guys. You have to go stepwise and understand what is pre-multiplication, what is post-multiplication, what is non-singular matrix, why is it mentioned as square matrix. See, all these things I want you to appreciate in the question. Only then you will have a very concrete and very solid approach to the answer. Okay? So that comes with a lot of practice. So please try to solve such questions. Now, after I post multiply, it is going to be very simple now. So, what I do here is, I will write B inverse B. This B square, I will write it as BA. Now, what is BA, guys? BA is nothing but AB square. So, can I write it as B inverse AB into AB square equal to A square. Now, again I have BA. So, again that BA also I can write it as AB square because that is the information given to me. So now again when I do that, what do I get? B inverse A, BA is going to be AB square. And you already have a B square outside. That is going to be A square. So I have B inverse A square B to the power 4 is equal to A square. Good. Now I am very sure I get the right answer. Why? Because B inverse A square is there and outside you have A square. And you have B to the power 4. So if I proceed one more time, I am going to get my answer. Is that clear, guys? So you can do that and get the answer. Probably you can try it out, what's it? Or you guys want me to solve it completely, I can do that for you. Probably we can do that. So let's say I want A cube. So I multiply by A again. So what do I have? B inverse A square B cube BA. That will be A cube. Now that will be B inverse A square B power 3 AB square. And again this will reduce to B inverse A square B square BA will be AB square, right? B square AB power 4. And the next, I am writing it a bit fast, guys. So I hope you guys can cope up with that. I am skipping a few steps because then I end up writing a lot of things. So I hope that's okay with you. Now next step will be B inverse A square B. But if I take one B, it will be AB square. AB power, here 4 is there, it will become 6. So it is going to be equal to A cube. Then it will be B inverse A square into BA. BA is going to be AB square, right? So A cube, B square and B power 6 will be B power 8. So what is the answer? Okay. I know I was falling a lot of time, I'm sorry. So guys, this is how you do it. I think most of you would have got it. It's a very simple application of pre-multiplication and post-multiplication. You can practice such questions even from previous years IIT papers. They have asked such questions in previous years. You can check it out. So that will be super helpful for all of you. Again, I'll repeat what are the important points. First, work with the information given and move towards the information asked. That is the way you proceed in questions like this. Second, understand what is the meaning of terms, guys. I cannot emphasize more on that, and trust me, it will help you a lot in problem solving. So when you understand the meaning of terms and appreciate it, you build your confidence in solving. Okay? So guys, with that, let us move on to the next question that I have for all of you. Please check it out and solve it. Which is right over here. So here what do we have? We have a set of natural numbers is divided into an array of rows and columns. So you have a collection of natural numbers. What you are doing is you are putting it into certain matrices, into groups. Okay, so the first group is only one element, which is 1. And then the second group is 2, 3, 4, 5. That is one matrix. And the third group is a 3 cross 3 matrix, and so on. Like that, if it is going on, then I want you to find what is the trace of the A10 matrix. What is the trace of the A10 matrix? And here they are asking, I think, the units digit of that. Units digit of the trace of A10 matrix. So guys, first you need to understand what is trace. Only then you can attempt this question, because if you are not aware of what is trace, then it is going to be super hard. So what is trace of a matrix? It is going to be the sum of all the diagonal elements. So now people may ask, sir, which diagonal are you talking about? There are two diagonals right in a matrix. So guys, whenever I talk about diagonal, it always refers to the leading diagonal or the main diagonal. Okay, the main diagonal is going to be 2, 5 for this, and 6, 10, 14 for this, and for this it is going to be only 1. Okay, so something like that. So now, first, before getting into trace, we need to figure out what is A10 matrix, right? We need to first figure out what is A10 matrix, and only then we can go to trace. So first, let us do that. What do you guys say? Yes? Perfect. So you will have to work with me, and I would be happy if you can solve it before me. Okay guys? Good. So now, A1 has one element. Okay, I should take the marker. A1 has one element. A2 has 4 elements. A3 has 9 elements. So A9 will have how many elements? 81 elements. So what I am trying to do here is I am trying to list down how many numbers are going to be present in each of these matrices A1, A2, A3, A4 till A10. And once I get the total number of terms up to A9, then I can get the starting term of A10. How many of you can visualize that? So let me explain what I am telling that. Up to A2, how many terms are there? 1 term in A1, 4 terms in A2. So 1 plus 4 is 5. So 5 is the ending number of A2. Is it right? Yep, that is correct. So can I predict what is the starting number of A3? 6. Because that is going to be the next number. The same logic I am extending it to A9. So now up to A9, if I count the number of terms, that will give me the ending number of A9. So with that number, I can predict the starting digit or the starting element in A10. Is that fine? Perfect. So that's it. We are ready to solve this question. So how do I calculate the sum of all the digits or all the numbers? I'm sorry, it is not all the numbers. So now I can calculate the number of terms from A1 to A9n by summing up 1, 4, 9, 16 and so on all the way up to 81. So number of terms up to A9. 1 plus 4 plus 9 plus 16 all the way up to 81. So that is going to be 9 into 10 into 19 divided by 6, which is going to be how much? Let's calculate. This will be 15, 15, 23, 300 minus 15. How much is that? 285. Okay. So 285 is the number of terms or the number of digits or numbers up to A9. Okay, so A9 will have the ending term as 285. Okay, so A9 is going to have the ending term as 285. So why did I do all this? Because if at all I want to figure out the trace of A10, right, I need to have the A10 matrix, guys. Okay, so the use of this is going to be predicting the first element of A10. So now can you guys comment or chat which is the starting element of A10? Any idea? Please do comment or chat. I want it to be interactive, guys. Please comment it fast. Let us move forward soon. Let us move forward. So the starting element is going to be 286. The starting element is going to be 286. I'm going to clear it. I hope that's okay. So let us A10 is going to start off with 286 and it will go in a consecutive manner, right? Because they are all natural numbers. So 286, 287, 288, 289 and then 295. That should be the last element. And then 296, 297 is going to go like that. Now, why did I write only up to this? Because I am interested only in my diagonal elements. So, diagonal elements, can you see 286 is the first element, 297 is the second element in the diagonal, and third element will be 308. How did I get that? Because they are going to be in an increasing arithmetic progression with a common difference of 11. Okay, they are going to be in an increasing arithmetic progression with a common difference of 11. Is that clear, guys? Perfect. So now, how many terms will be there? This is nothing but a 10 cross 10 matrix. This is nothing but a 10 cross 10 matrix. So the number of elements in my diagonal will also be 10. So my AP has starting term as 286 and overall it has 10 terms. And what is the common difference? The common difference is going to be 11. That's it. Can I calculate the sum? Because sum is nothing but trace. I told you at the start of this question, right? Trace is nothing but the sum of the elements in my main diagonal. So let us do that. So what is the formula of an AP? Sum is going to be equal to, let us do it over here, sum is going to be equal to 10 by 2, number of terms by 2 times of 2 times of 286 plus n minus 1, 9 times d, 11. So it is going to be 5 into 5, okay, it's going to be 560, 572. 572 plus 99 and that will be 5 times of 671, that will be 3355. Yep. So the answer lambda value is going to be 3355 which is over here. So what is the units digit of lambda? The units digit of lambda is going to be 5 and that will be the answer for this question. Okay? Everyone got it? I hope you guys are able to follow. If you have any queries, again, as I said, please do comment them down. I will go through them. So the answer for this question, as I said, is going to be 5 because they are asking what is the units digit of lambda. So the units digit of lambda is of course 5. So guys, with that, let us move to the next question that I have for you, which is right on your screen. Over here. Okay. So try to go through them. What is given over here? You have a matrix A, which is A, B, C and D, and then you have a matrix P, which is P, Q, a column matrix, and they are asking to find the value of AD minus BC given that AP is equal to P. So guys, the first thing which I want to warn all of you is please don't do this. Like, one second, let me explain what I am trying to say. You cannot do this. This is absolutely wrong. Okay, this is absolutely wrong. Please don't try to do that because this can be done only when they are of the same order. Only when they are of the same order. Are they of the same order over here? Not at all, guys. Look at this. This is going to be 2 cross 2 matrix and this is going to be 2 cross 1. So since the order is not same, you cannot apply this. Please be very careful about that because many times I have seen students do this. unknowingly, in a hurry they might do it, but that will result in wrong answers, guys. Okay, there is high probability that you may not get the answer, and sometimes you may get carried away to the wrong answer. Is that fine? So to avoid all that, be clear in concepts. Now, I have told you this is not the approach. You can pause now, give it a try, and then join us in the solution. Perfect. So guys, I'm going to solve this right now for you all. Please have a look. So here, matrix A and P. So I will use this information because that's the first concrete information I have. They have given AP is equal to P, and then only I can come to elements, because this relation will give me something in terms of the elements, and also another information is given in terms of elements. So first let me break this down. Okay, so let us start off with that. What is AP going to be? Can you multiply and help me out? It is going to be AP plus BQ equal to P, and next one is going to be CP plus DQ is equal to Q. So now what I will do is I will write it like this. I will bring this P to the left hand side, and I will bring this Q to the left hand side. So A minus 1P plus DQ is equal to 0, and CP plus D minus 1Q equal to 0. Now guys, don't they look like linear equation in two variables? Okay? Don't they look like linear equation in two variables? Now, if you can't visualize that, I will probably write it down like this. So let's say you have something like this. And okay, why am I writing? A, it's CP CX plus D minus 1 Y equal to 0. So you can think of it like this. So the given information is broken down to this, which is nothing but two linear equations. But what is the best part here? The linear equations are homogeneous. That is, the right side is 0. The right side is 0. So whenever you have 0 on the right side, that is the constant term is 0. What can you say? What can you say? Any idea? Whenever you have 0 as a constant term, you can say that the line always passes through origin. So remember this y equal to mx plus c. This is nothing but a linear equation in two variables. Nothing but a straight line again. Now, this straight line equation y equal to mx plus c is the general form of equation of straight line. And we all know that whenever c is 0, the line will pass through origin. So, whenever c is 0, origin is going to be my answer. So, x and y should satisfy 0, 0. But, what is the biggest catch in this question? Did you look at this? P and Q is not equal to 0, 0. So, I know obviously 0, 0 should be my answer. But in the question they have given 0, 0 is not the answer. Then what is happening here? Any idea? Then what is happening here? So, these two are going to be coincident lines. That's it. Because that is the only alternative that I can think of. If 0, 0 is not a solution, then 100% they are not going to intersect. Okay, they are not going to intersect at one point. So it is going to be coincident lines. And coincident lines, what is the condition, guys? Both lines are going to be the same. So I will have A minus 1 by C equal to B by D minus 1. So what will I have? AD minus D minus A plus 1 equal to BC. So what is AD minus BC equal to? AD minus BC is equal to A plus D minus 1. And what is A plus D minus 1? Can you all go through this and let me know what is the answer? Can you all go through this and let me know what is the answer? Yep. So A plus D is 5050, which is given in the question. 5050 minus 1 is going to be so that will be the answer for this question. I hope all of you have got it. Is that fine, guys? Yes? So yeah, that is how you solve this question. If you have any confusion or any doubts, do let me know in the comments, guys, whether you got the approach. So what I did here is something similar to what I taught in determinants. So if you guys haven't checked out the JEE Sprint determinants video, please do check it out, because in that I cover the solutions of linear equations exhaustively. So once you go through that, you will understand what I mean by trivial solution. So whenever you have equations like this, they are called as homogeneous system of equations, and when you have the constant term to be 0, you have something called as trivial solution. Trivial solution is nothing but 0, 0. Okay? So 0, 0 is going to be a solution of this, but because they have given it is not equal to, I do not proceed that way. Now I tend to think in a different direction. If that is not the case, then what can be? Then the only option is they have to be coincident lines which have infinite solutions. So if they are coincident, it is going to look like this. If they are coincident, they are going to be proportional, right? The coefficients are going to be proportional. That is what I have done here. A minus 1 by C is equal to B by D minus 1. And when I cross multiply, I get AD minus D minus A plus 1 equal to BC. But what am I interested in? I am interested in AD minus BC. So I bring BC to the left hand side and then I get my answer. Okay, so guys, I hope all of you like this question. Please do solve such questions which expose you to new methods and new ways, because Advanced is having a lot of approaches or a lot of tools to solve a question. So these are all tools, I would say. Whatever we discussed today, right? The use of permutation in matrices, and then remembering what is the property of adjoint, and then what is pre-multiplication, what is post-multiplication, and then understanding why singular and why non-singular. So those things matter a lot. And with that, let us have a look at the next question. This one, I will give it as a homework or an assignment. You guys should try it and let me know what is the answer in the comment. I will probably try answering all of you in the comment section. It's a good question. Looks scary, but not very difficult, guys. I can assure you that. So please try it out and comment down whatever answers you get. Okay, so with that, let us end our session today. We will continue with determinants in the next class, which is on Monday. I hope all of you will be ready with the properties so that you can try attempting these questions along with me. But before we close, I would like to address a few issues, guys. First thing is, in matrices I can cover certain areas. See, this is going to be a very short program, right? So I missed out on few topics which are quite important for advanced. What is that? The first thing which I would say is going to be Hermitian and skew Hermitian matrices. Okay, so such questions are possible, have the possibility of coming in exam. So please do learn them as well. And then you have something called as conjugate matrix, and then you have something called as transpose conjugate. So these are all questions or properties which are not usually covered in JEE Main. Since you guys might have prepared very hard for JEE Main, you might have not seen this. So right now is the time to develop those skills. Okay? And the second thing is use of permutation in matrices. Very crucial. Very, very crucial, guys. And then third thing, properties of adjoint, properties of inverse are going to matter a lot. Okay? So these are few areas which you have to focus on in matrices. And in the next class in determinants, we will look at very good questions, interesting ones, and I will teach you some quick ways to solve them. Okay guys, so with that, let us end our session today, and thank you so much for listening. I hope you all had a great time and learned new methods to solve questions. So I would like to talk about the Vedantu app. I am sure most of you are aware of it because it's creating a huge wave among students, especially school students, because guys, your doubts get cleared in minutes. And you can talk real time with many of our doubt solvers who are IITians. They can even guide you on certain things. So please do check it out, and any doubts you have, school level, JEE level, or even advanced, you can post it and you'll get the solution in few minutes. Okay, so the last part is, if you liked and if you feel this video benefited you, please do subscribe to our channel and spread the news so that others can benefit from it as well. Because our goal is to reach out to a lot of people who don't have access to these quality education content. So please do help us by sharing this. And we will see in the next class. Take care, all the very best. Keep working hard. Keep working hard. There is no replacement for that. Take care guys. Bye bye. Thank you.